Heat, cold. I mean, they're two of the most basic forces we deal with every single day, right? But what if I told you that medicine has figured out how to harness these extremes, to turn them from just simple feelings into incredibly powerful tools for diagnosing and even treating diseases? So let's get into it and explore how temperature is becoming a really sophisticated form of medicine.
Believe it or not, your body is constantly giving off energy as heat. And what you're looking at here, using a technique called thermography, is that invisible energy made visible. It's like a secret map, a thermal signature. Those different colors can show where there's more blood flow or more activity, pretty much revealing the secrets of what's happening deep inside you.
So that begs the question, right? What could we learn if we could suddenly see this invisible language? What secrets about our health could be unlocked just by looking at the heat our bodies naturally produce? Well, to answer that, we first have to understand how doctors can actually see and make sense of this heat. We're about to take a look at your body's own secret heat map. The technique doctors use is called thermography. Now, it maps your body's surface temperature, sure, but here's the really cool part. Those temperature changes are mostly caused by blood circulating near your skin. So if there's a weird heat pattern, like a sudden hot spot, that could be a huge clue, a sign of inflammation, an infection, or even the increased blood supply that a tumor needs to grow. So why can't we just see this heat with our own eyes? Well, it's because our bodies are giving off this energy as infrared radiation. And if you look at the electromagnetic spectrum over there on the right, you'll see infrared is just outside the narrow little band of light that our eyes are built to detect. We need special cameras to do the translating for us. And you should know, this isn't just guesswork or looking at pretty pictures. The whole process is based on a solid principle of physics called the Stefan-Boltzmann law. You can think of it as the official rule book that lets scientists take that invisible radiation and calculate a super precise temperature. It turns a colorful heat map into cold, hard data. Okay, so we can see the heat. That's amazing. But what if we could flip the script and actually use heat to treat people? Let's jump into our next section and see how we can heal with focused therapeutic heat. One of the main ways this is done is with something called diathermy. This technique uses high-frequency currents to create heat deep inside your body's tissues. We're talking way beyond what a simple heating pad could ever do, not even close. And the goal could be anything from relieving pain to boosting circulation and healing, or even zapping unhealthy tissue to stop bleeding. So how do they actually get the heat in there? Well, there are a few different ways. You've got the simple conductive method, that's basically your hot pack for surface stuff. But for the deep healing, doctors use way more advanced tech, using energy from infrared, shortwave radio, and get this, even microwaves and ultrasound to get that heat way, way down below the skin. Let's look at shortwave for a second, because it has two really clever methods. With capacitor plates, your body actually becomes part of an electric circuit, and it's the resistance from your own tissues that generates the heat. Pretty smart. But with magnetic induction, a coil creates a magnetic field, which then creates these tiny little heating currents, like little whirlpools of energy that heat the tissue up directly. And these diagrams show you exactly what we're talking about. On the left, you've got the capacitor plates on either side of a person's head. And on the right, you can see that induction coil wrapped right around the leg. It's two totally different ways to get targeted, deep heat exactly where it needs to be. And it doesn't even stop with shortwave. Things get even more specialized. Microwave diathermy uses radar waves, and since microwaves are great at heating water, they're perfect for targeting muscles to treat strains. Then you've got ultrasonic diathermy. It uses sound waves that pass right through soft tissue, but then dump all their energy as heat when they hit something dense, which makes them absolutely perfect for treating injuries related to bones. All right, let's just flip everything we've been talking about completely on its head. What if the best way to treat something wasn't with heat, but with its polar opposite? It's time to explore the incredible power of precision cold. Welcome to the world of cryosurgery. Here, instead of using a scalpel to cut, doctors use an intensely cold probe to literally freeze and destroy unwanted tissue. We're talking about anything from warts to even some types of cancerous cells. And here you can see it in action. That little probe is often chilled with liquid nitrogen, down to an extreme temperature of almost minus 200 degrees Celsius. I mean, that is just insanely cold. And it's applied right to the target area. It's a remarkably precise and controlled procedure. So you might be asking, why on earth would you do this? Well, using cold has some massive advantages. First off, there's almost no bleeding because the cold makes the blood vessels clamp down. Second, doctors have incredible control over the exact area of tissue they're destroying. And third, that extreme cold totally numbs the nerves, which means a lot less pain for the patient. But of course, when you're working with temperatures that low, you have to be so careful. Any accidental contact can cause a nasty freeze burn. The high-pressure gas cylinders are dangerous if they get damaged. And here's something you probably didn't know. If you get liquid oxygen on your clothes, they become extremely flammable. Safety is absolutely everything. And this is exactly why. This is not a risk to take lightly. Just a split-second mistake can lead to a serious freeze burn like this one. It's a very real reminder of just how powerful and potentially dangerous these cryogenic materials are. So there you have it. We've seen both sides of the coin. We've got heat that can help us see what's wrong and help us heal. And then we have intense cold that can be used to precisely destroy things. So let's try and wrap this all up. And really, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. From a gentle warmth that can soothe your body and speed up healing, all the way to an intense, focused cold that can act like a surgical tool without a single cut, temperature has become one of the most versatile and powerful tools in all of modern medicine. It just makes you wonder, doesn't it? We know that heat can heal and that cold can destroy, but as our technology for controlling and applying temperature gets even more precise, even more advanced, what else will we be able to do? How else are we going to harness this fundamental force to completely change the future of medicine?